also a man who featured in the film. He taught me how to drum some time back. I remember that very well during Miss Haimfi in 2003. And this is Peter Richie. We get to have a conversation about this movie, why we need to be at the Silverbird Cinemas. I'm sure it's showing at Wager as well.
Yes,
yeah, so West Hills Mall, why we need to go there to watch. So I start first with the one who got the chance to play a character. So swing is like you're swinging something. Is that what it is? What's it about?
Yeah, definitely. The literal meaning to everybody would be like you're swinging something, but this is more than you just swinging something. This has to do with your mind and what you're going through. So this movie actually is picturing what people actually go through, where maybe you find yourself in a particular situation, how you can get yourself out of it, and the one who is to even help you get out of it, what the person is also going through because of maybe the person seeing you or the person having some kind of feelings for you. So it swings of situation, but not strings as the literal meaning.
As the literal meaning. So what character did you get to play in that?
Yes, I played a supporting character to Chris Hato. We both happen to be doctors in the same hospital. Chris is the main character, and what's the name? Regina. It's also, let's say, the female lead character. So Chris, I'm his colleague in the office, so whatever he goes through, I know about it. So I try as much as possible to come in to also help, to counsel and to advise, whilst at the same time we are doing our professional job. Let me just talk about something. You know, in film, we are actually telling a story. And to make the audience understand the story you are telling, you must depict reality. And I have seen cancer patients before. So there are stages, like he said, there are stages in cancer that when you get there, obviously you have to lose your hair. Yes. And I know one person that you personally know back in church. That person got to that level and everything on her hair went off. So that is what we actually want to say. We don't want to say a cancer patient where at the end of the day, she still look nice, she still look fresh, when if the professionals, let's say the doctors, come to watch this movie, then they can say that, oh, after 5 years or 6 years of this lady's problem, she's still looking this beautiful, she still have her hair on. You know, that wouldn't show the reality of the story we want to say. So definitely, myself, I saw her and was like, wow. Regina. And she, I mean, it was so nice on set to see her going Sakura, as we say it in our local dialects, and she really carried the story. And I'm just waiting to hear her name in almost all the awards that will be coming very soon. Definitely. With Swings taking some awards as well.
Definitely, because that is really challenging. Yeah. I was like, whoa, how many people will do this? But for you as a character in the movie and an actor as well, you hear Lopez saying that, as an actor, you need to be in love with what you do first, and the money will come later. You know, sometimes you say, but when is the later? Don't you feel like that?
See, I always say this, and I'll say it here again. If you have passion for something, you pour out what you have for it. Definitely, people are going to see your passion and tomorrow start to reward you. I've known Lopez for more than 5 years. I know he shoots, but he will not call me. If I maybe jokingly say, oh, Chief, when? He said, oh, my brother, take your time, take your time. But when this script came, I was there. I didn't even expect him to call me, but he called me. And at least whatever he gave me for this job I did, I realized that he has now realized what I can do. And now he has called me on. So, yes, give in all what you have, just like you're here. I know multimedia, maybe in quotes, will not pay you what you deserve as Miss G. You get it? But you're doing it because of the passion. And that is what counts first. God created this world out of passion. He didn't create it because somebody is somewhere to pay him. And we are all here today. So let your passion go first. And after, people will see what you have.
I asked this question because, over the period, there's some expectation because we see you on the screen. We also always have a certain expectation of what we want to see when we see you in real life. And so people tend to say, oh, it's not paying, but we see something else on social media. We see something else when we see you in real life and all that. And so we are wondering, is it that it's truly not paying, or you people are living beyond your means?
It's two things. Maybe one, we are living beyond our means, but two, maybe you have other things doing which is supporting you. In this industry, we all know how it is. I mean, Lopez here would also testify to that fact. Even he producing or investing money into it, he will still tell you that sometimes it's not easy. And sometimes as actors, we also try to understand producers when they call on us to help them, right? But one thing I would say is that when you promise to give a shilling, just give that shilling for the person to be okay, right? But if you promise to give a shilling and you're not able to give that shilling, let the person understand that this is the reason why I'm not able to give it. But don't let the person feel rejected and make it look like I have finished using you, therefore I don't need you anymore. So when I call you, you give me excuses or you don't even call me at all. The world is just so round, okay? The next thing is we may be doing something on our own apart from maybe shooting. I think that that is one thing that is helping me personally, because apart from movie, I am actually doing something which keeps me going.
What's that? You don't want to share with us?
Keeps me going, sure. So basically, you just don't have to do one thing. That is it for everybody. You don't have to do one thing. If you think this is what you want to do, then do it and do it well. If you think you must do something in addition to keep you going, then do it and do it well. Don't just come into movie because, hey, this guy entered into movie and 2 weeks, 3 weeks, he's driving this car. So what can I also do? And today we see them going, exposing their body everywhere, thinking that that will take them there. But no, the passion for the job, and think about what to do to sustain yourself rather than wanting the shortcut. And those shortcut people climb and they fall. And but you see the relevant people still climbing and they are still on the road going.
But is there pressure on you to impress? As an actor, your colleagues and all that, is there pressure?
Not at all. They say it's, I mean, people say
because I hear that, social media is giving business these days. And so the more pictures you post of yourself, either in a jet, either in some posh restaurant, it's a posh car, the more businesses you get.
Yes, I would say yes to that, because I quite remember one of my colleagues had to get an advert to do because they actually had to go on his social media pages to see his followers and all that. Okay, that could be a factor, but that is purely corporate to the people who wants to use that personality for the advert, looking at where they want to get their audience from. Fine, that is it. But the other thing is me, I don't really look at people to do what I do. I am me, Peter. If I want to take cocoa and kose, I drive to Newtown, where I knew I was born, where I've been buying it. I come there, I buy it. If I feel like chewing roasted corn, I know where it is. I drive there, I buy it. I don't move by the pressure that people bring. If you come my way and want to take a picture with me, why not? I'll take it with you. But that doesn't mean that I should walk to Kempinski and to go and eat there, lunch there, to show that, yes, I'm living my Stardom life. No. If the opportunity comes for me to go to Kempinski, I would go. But if I don't have the opportunity, why do I go there to just impress people? Once I can't pay my bills.
Once you can't pay your bills, that's a serious one. But now, Peter, let's go a bit away from swings. You happen to have called on the authorities when we had that atomic gas explosion. It's been, I think, close to 2 months now after the incidents. And what's the update? Nothing has been done. And for you, as somebody who was almost a victim.
Almost a victim. And I thank God that it wasn't a child's play, actually. And I pray that nobody experienced such a trauma anymore because, hey, it wasn't. But, hey, we're in a country where authorities think that they have their own timing to do things. So if something happens today, they talk about it. Tomorrow, 1 week, it goes dead. And here am I, here you are. What strength do we have? We are not in any ministry. The farthest we can go is to use this microphone, use these cameras, come on TV to talk about it, use our phones, do voice, send around. That's the farthest we can go. But if the authorities don't beef up their games to look at these things and to sort them, then we'll continually go through this. And it's so unfortunate that they don't find their own family members going through this. I wonder. But we pray the good Lord keeps us.
We pray God keeps us. And